Okay. I'm good to go. Let's do this. 3, 2, 1. This is Radio Free Cybertron, episode 484. We are experiencing technical difficulties as we speak.
Please stand by.
Technically difficult.
So there are weeks when things are easy and they just click, and then there are weeks that Skype crashes and Don's microphone doesn't work and the cat poops in the floor right before showtime. It's one of those weeks. But, Matt, you got 2 cats right now that aren't attacking you.
Yeah.
That's 200%. That's 200% more cats than I have.
Don, that was a cue for Matt to talk so people would know his voice.
Oh.
So, Matt, how's it going?
Pretty good. I'm currently covered in cat hair, but other than that, I'm doing pretty good.
Good. Don, how are you doing? Are you getting attacked by your cat right now? Please say yes.
No, he's actually snoozing on the couch.
How's your refrigerator?
Dying.
I'm sorry.
Dead and dying.
I'm sorry.
I don't have any Miracle Whip because I can't buy any to keep in the refrigerator.
That's a plus.
I'm having DTs.
Does that crap need to be refrigerated?
It helps, yes, because it does have eggs in it.
Yeah, it should be, I would think.
God. I figured you could grout your tile with that stuff.
You
can do anything with it not refrigerated as long as you're not planning to eat it afterward. And if it's Miracle Whip, that's probably for the best.
No, Brian. I think you're thinking.
You shouldn't eat it when it is refrigerated, though. So,
yeah, Brian. I think you're thinking of Duke's mayonnaise road repair kit
Don,
and tire patch.
I would hang up on you right now, except it would break Skype again. So that's the good stuff. Diecast, how's it going? Everything good?
Oh yeah, it's been a large toy week.
Yeah. And Rob, how are you?
Not bad.
And I'm skipping Chris. Is that the middle one? I can't tell. It looks like your index finger. Okay, no, sorry. The angle of your hand there. For people listening at home, he flipped me off.
For 30 seconds.
Yeah, it's pretty good. So, Diecast, what did you get?
Oh, I got this lovely upscaled with lights MP Sideswipe. And I did pull a Kilby. I broke him while I was doing the review, but it was only one little small part. So, and I'm not sure if that was my fault or just the toy. It could have been my fault. It's been a while since I transformed this. But he's really nice, and his headlights even turn on.
That's crazy.
Both his shoulder cannon and his gun light up. The only thing that I can really say, there's 2 negatives about it. His thumb is stuck permanently up because it's not on a ball joint there.
Wait, is it giving the thumbs up?
Yeah, he can give the thumbs up, but that's all he can really do. It won't move off to the side like most hands. So I don't know why these hands are really nice. The fingers are really nice. I don't know why they didn't put that thumb on a ball joint. So that's the one thing. And the other thing is they forgot to put slots in the hand. So he has a little bit of trouble holding his gun.
Just use some glue.
But other than that, it's really nice, and it's 1/18 scale, which for me, that's how I started collecting cars, was when they were 1/18 scale. So in vehicle mode, he is, for me, super awesome. And I hope they don't do any other figures like Wheeljack or anything like that like this, because I will have to buy them.
I hope they do them all.
Yes.
And I did put a review of him on the YouTube channel for our
1/18 scale Masterpiece Ultra Magnus.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Oh, man.
So
that'd be like that remote-controlled Max Steel from back in the day. It'd be gigantic.
1/18 scale Star Saver.
Oh god, he's got to be close to 1/18 scale now, isn't he?
Yeah, he's pretty big.
What's RC?
Yes, it's the Iron Factory Pink Assassin, and I also.
Oh, is that the Legends class version?
Yeah, Legends class.
Oh, I didn't get that from the photos. For whatever reason, I thought it was deluxe. That looks great.
Yeah. It's a little Legends figure. It's, I think retail on it's $20, so it's not too bad. I also got Transbot's, what's his name?
Arcos.
Arcos Beachcomber, which is supposed to be Masterpiece scaled. Didn't open it yet. I got a Ghost Starscream because why not? Everyone needs a Ghost Starscream in this mold.
That's the Henkei version?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
How much did you pay for that?
$10 roughly.
Taobao?
Yeah,
Okay.
not bad. Package this time as opposed to in a plastic bag, so that's a win.
So is it legit or is it a KO?
That one's probably stolen out of somebody's collection.
Somebody's basement.
I think it's legit, but it could be a KO, I guess.
There are an awful lot of the KOC.
That mold has been knocked off a lot.
As long as you never open it, it doesn't really matter.
It'll let the
I
spirits
also
out.
got the little KO Optimus Prime pen.
How much did you pay for that?
I think it was like $10.
Okay.
So, and then last but not least, I got officially licensed Transformer stickers. I got the Autobots and the Decepticons. So, and they're like wet stickers. You have to wet them to
They're tattoos.
the toy. Kinda, yeah.
Are
they're
they
like-
actual water slide decals?
They're water slide decals.
What is a water slide decal?
You've never messed with those?
No.
Those are what the old-fashioned model kits use. You have to soak those in water and very carefully, to avoid tearing them, take the filmy little things out with tweezers and put them onto the surface of whatever it is you want to have them on.
So these are officially...
The old, AMT Erdl Enterprise model kit had those, and they never went on properly.
So this is official Hasbro for Titans Return. So Titans Return is not for kids, is it?
Maybe. Well, this is the Ocean's Designs, which is Ocean Designs, which is the officially licensed 2006 Hasbro. I think they've been licensed in a while, but I think this is a Hasbro Asia license.
Okay.
Okay.
For that.
Did you get anything else?
Yeah, I got a lot of other stuff, but it's not Transformer related.
Okay.
So
I feel bad that I don't have anything, so I'm going to stretch with this one. I got a record player, and the first thing I listened to on it was my Transformers the movie soundtrack. So there you go.
You got one of those USB.
No, it's not USB.
Oh.
No.
I always see those at Christmas at Big Lots.
No, I got a. I mean, it's not an expensive one, but it's a decent one, and I didn't want to connect it via USB. I mean, if I wanted, yeah, no, it has a phono plug like it's supposed to.
Well, that's you want to, because I had a record player when I got my original copy, and you want it to be as authentic as possible.
Yeah.
Because it's the music you know, but it's slightly different than anything you've heard by listening to it on vinyl.
It sounds slightly exactly the same. So if I want to listen to it in an archaic format, I want to listen to it in an archaic format. I don't want to listen to it on my computer.
I mean, I'll be honest. To me, I can hear a slight difference in the way it sounds.
Yeah, there's
But
like scratching and stuff on a record.
I wonder if I could get somebody to record the Transformers movie soundtrack on one of those old wax cylinders.
That would be awesome.
Or release a MIDI of it. The whole soundtrack in MIDI.
You could do an old-fashioned MIDI where it's one of those music boxes with the metal pins. And the thing goes around and
Yeah.
Or even better, get somebody to do a player piano reel for it.
Ooh, that would be wonderful.
Now I want the whole soundtrack released in MIDI format.
If you look around, Don, I can almost guarantee you will find every song from Transformers the movie in MIDI on the internet. Probably 15 years ago.
Yeah, I would guess so because the 1990s happened.
Yeah.
So you probably that's out there.
I mean, I used to have on my oldest cell phone, I had as a ringtone the MIDI of Dare to Be Stupid, so I know some of this stuff exists.
Well, I mean, that would exist because that's Weird Al, and people love Weird Al.
But still, I mean, I know I had the lion cover of the movie theme.
Yeah, I think we actually used that as the outro for the show.
I didn't think that was MIDI. I thought that was like 8-bit stuff.
It's chiptunes. Okay. At one point, I think we used a MIDI version.
Probably.
We've done a lot of things over the years. Anybody else get anything? Rob, you got some stuff.
Yeah, I got Astrotrain and Alpha Trion. The Astrotrain review is up on TFormers. Basically, if you liked Sentinel Prime, you will like Astrotrain. It makes a really nice animation-style Astrotrain figure. I'm pretty happy with it. Alpha Trion tries to do a lot of things and is not really excellent at any of them, including looking like Alpha Trion. But
that's sad.
You know, it's some kind of rendition of Alpha Trion. It just doesn't look anything the way I would want the character or expect the character to look. My favorite mode is the space battleship mode, which, if you look at it from anywhere except the top, looks like a pile of lion parts because it is. But just for what they're attempting for basically an 80s anime style space battleship, I really enjoy that. The lion has problems. The robot mode is decent, but has problems stemming from the lion. The spaceship mode also has problems stemming from the lion. So really, the lion is the big screw up here.
That's unfortunate.
But there will be.
That's why you don't put beasts in Transformers. Just saying.
Oh, screw you, dude!
Drop him! Drop him!
I can't. It'll ruin Skype.
You dropped me for less.
That's why I
Skype
did it,
worked
because
back
I know
then.
Kilby's powerless to kick me off.
I am totally powerless.
But there will be a full review of that coming later on TFormers.com later in the week.
Cool. That's awesome. Matt, you had to get something.
Yes. I got a subscription service for Impactor and Blue Streak.
Nice.
You sound so thrilled.
Blue Streak is really nice, actually. So.
And now you have an Impactor that combines into an arm.
I do, and I think we were pretty close to hitting the nail on the head last week when we said his head mold looks like a fruit snack.
A fruit snack that somebody's taken a pen and marked on.
Yes, I call him Fruit Snackter.
That's great.
Excellent.
Oh, how about Insnactor instead of Impactor?
No.
No.
So I got Deluxe Wave 2 of Titans Return. I think Chrome Dome's probably the best one out of the batch.
Did you have to switch any arms from one side to
No,
the other?
Diecast, because mine weren't stolen.
His came on cards and plastic bubbles.
Yeah.
And some measure of QC was probably applied.
Actually, yeah, I did not experience any QC problems with any of them. I was pleasantly surprised by that.
How is Highbrow's head?
So, like, it's got the same neck connector as Scourge. So, like, just based on that, it's a little bit loose in the socket. The real issue with that is the leg joint in it. When it's extended out to stand as just a little Titan Master, it's perfectly solid. It will stand up and support itself just fine. When you bend it out of that position, there's very, very little tension on that hinge. So that's where it will start to get a little bit unstable. But at that point, it hardly matters because it's folded up into a little box. Highbrow, I think, is probably the loser of the wave. It's just nothing about it feels like it works right to me. And it's not like a QC thing. It's just on the design level. It's not. I admire that they tried to repurpose Scourge so thoroughly, the engineering of that, but it just doesn't really work out that well in practice. Mindwipe and Weirdwolf are pretty good each on their own. Neither one's like spectacular standing out. Mindwipe's robot mode, his legs seem a little bit close together because of how they had to set up for the bat wings to work. But otherwise, like, both of them are pretty much just fine. There's nothing really stands out about them one way or the other.
I need them, though.
Well, yes, I'm not saying you don't. Just, you know. Chrome, though, I'm impressed with because, like, it took that Combiner Wars dead-end engineering design and made it a little bit better. Everything works really well on Chrome Dome. There's no surprises to the toy, but it's done really nicely.
Yeah, I was impressed by him, too. I was like, for a mold that we've had in our hands before, it felt surprisingly good.
That's an inaccurate assessment, but yes, for something we're so familiar with on a design level, it's surprising how nicely this turned out.
Anybody else get anything?
No,
I got this. He's a little.
What is, I mean, obviously it's a Quintesson, but what is it?
It's that. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but yeah, it's.
Did they just include it in the box?
It was something I picked up, and it was real cheap. So
Okay,
because it's almost like a pile of loot when I'm buying this stuff. So it gets,
gotcha.
it goes into this big box, so it doesn't hurt to buy a couple things at the same time because you're basically going to be paying one shipping charge anyway.
It's pretty cute. Do you have any recollection on how much it cost?
It was, I think it was maybe like $5 or $6.
Neat.
Yeah,
I would get one of those and put it on my desk at work.
yeah. Just for display, I think it's neat.
Okay. Nobody else. Okay, let's jump to This Week in History. Now,
I'm surprised Don didn't get anything this
I
week.
know, it's weird. I know he tried to sell something for $20.
Yeah, but
somebody
then
else-
Diecast was an asshole.
Somebody else found it.
nah, it's just nothing low. I did order some stuff, but nothing's. I took advantage of the ages 3 and up big sale they had last Saturday,
What was that?
but it was 20% off store wide.
I just heard like a vehicle in your house.
Oh, sorry. The window's down too. Now, ages 3 and up, based out of Canada, had a 20% off sale, and I picked up the Vans Project Highbrow because I still want to complete the Function X line. Because I do like a lot of the engineering twists in that, and I also picked up the Battle Robo, the new Machine Robo figures being released, which in the US was Tank.
Neat. Wait.
Yeah, I mean, if we want to start talking about what we ordered, I mean, we could all probably tell a story about Computron.
Yeah. Let's talk about that. So mine is in my pile of loot right now.
Oh well, la-di-da.
Diecast has yet to get confirmation that it's there, so it's probably not.
My
I've got-
pre-order finally processed about noon today.
I've got to pay for mine.
Yeah, that was the boat that I was in. I finally paid for it like before we started streaming.
Yeah,
I
mine
just really-
finally, I got the shipping notice like 2 hours ago.
I just really hope that mine is actually gonna they're not gonna run out or they oversold pre-orders because I'm gonna be really upset if I can't get it. I could probably get it now from other sources. It might cost a little bit more, but I don't even want to know what's gonna happen if it takes like 3-4 weeks before they come out and say like, hey, we can't get it anymore. So I wish there would be a statement from somebody saying, hey, we're still going to get more, or hey, we're not going to get any more.
Usually, if they run out of pre-orders when they're fulfilling them, they don't send any communication. Talking about Big Bad, they don't send necessarily any communication because they're going to get more in, and that's when they'll start, going through their additional pre-orders. That's been my experience. I don't know that that's how it always works. I mean, this has happened to me. I mean, you guys are sometimes faster than I am when it comes to jumping on these things. Or sometimes what'll happen is for me, I'll pre-order it, then I'll decide that I don't want it, then I'll decide that I want it again later, then I'll pre-order it again. So, yeah, I'm sorry, Diecast, but I'm certain you'll get it. It'll happen eventually. You just gotta wait for it.
I mean, they started filling pre-orders on Friday, and it took until like midday Tuesday for mine to go through.
This is a very popular product. I'm certain people want this. The thing is, I care less about this now after I have my Combiner Wars version, which I'm mostly pretty satisfied with.
I don't have the Combiner Wars version. When is that actually out? Because I don't think Amazon. No, I mean, is the release date
I have no idea.
August 15th.
Okay, so
I got mine from ages 3 and up.
Amazon never got any. I don't think.
Oh wait, no, Computron. I got my Computron. Wait, I'm thinking of G2 Bruticus. Yeah, I got my Computron from ages 3 and up. And my G2 Bruticus from. Sorry, there's just so much crap. And my G2 Bruticus from Amazon.
Because I've been getting my box sets from Amazon, and I usually wait till they go, like maybe $20 or $30 on sale, and I'll pick them up rather than spend the full $100 that they are.
Of course, for as long as it took Amazon to fulfill orders of G2 Bruticus, there's no telling, how long it'll be before they have Computron.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's several sellers on Amazon that has it, but Amazon themselves do not have it.
Well, the secondary sellers mark them up to an unreasonable price.
Sometimes they do, yeah. Like right now, the best price you're going to find on Amazon is roughly what you're going to pay for the Unite Warriors version.
But I think the real moral of the story here is that several of us on the show this week are fairly annoyed at Big Bad Toy Store, even if our pre-orders have been fulfilled.
Incredibly annoyed.
I'm not annoyed, and they are a sponsor of TFormers, so just saying that. Not saying that. I'm not saying my opinion is that. I'm not annoyed. I'm not paid for. I don't get any payment from TFormers on anything, but it happens. I'm not worried about it. I mean, there's inventory, there's demand. They don't always line up. I've been using Big Bad Toy Store for, 17 years at this point.
So I was looking back through my pre-order history on Big Bad Toy Store, and every so often they have to add an extra digit to their order numbers because they've gone through so many. So I have instances of orders that have gone through 5-digit, 6-digit, 7-digit, 8-digit, 9-digit, and I think they're up to 10 digits in their order numbers now. So I've been working, a long time on this.
Yeah, I mean,
that's the thing. That's why I'm disappointed in this too. This is the worst performance I've had in all the time I've been using them.
Oh man, I'm trying to think.
But this is a pretty high demand item too.
It's a high demand item. I'm trying to think. I'm certain. Actually, I can't think of an issue that I've had with Big Bad. Like, I'm trying to think of retailers that I've used for years that I've had problems with. Like Newegg back in the late 90s, I had a couple of problems with their restocking fee, especially when they shipped me an item that I didn't order. They shipped me the wrong item and charged me a restocking fee. That pissed me off. Image Anime shipped me two Metals Ravages. And when I said, hey, you shipped me 2 and you should have just shipped me 1, they asked me to ship it back and they wouldn't refund me the shipping. I was an idiot, obviously, because I just let them do it.
Yeah, Amazon kind of annoyed me this week because their Xbox One S dropped down to it was like $40 cheaper. And I sent a message like, hey, can you price match this? I bought it from you. It's sold and shipped by you. And now it's $40 cheaper. I'm still within my return policy. They're like, no, we don't price match our own stuff. I'm like, but I'm in my return policy. I can buy it at that lower price and then return you the old one. And then you have an open system, which probably in the long run costs you more money. And they were like, yeah, you can do that, but we won't price match it.
Don't ask them to price match it. What you do is it happens, and you say, "Hey, I paid this much. It's now this much. Can you fix this for me?" And I have yet to have them say no.
Yeah, they would not do it.
But you said price match.
You were asking the wrong way, Diecast.
Because when somebody gets a question like that, they go to their computer system and they say price match. Do you price match yourself? It says no. But if it says, can I do an appeasement? And, that says, yes, here's how you do an appeasement. It's probably just in their SOPs or something in their call center.
But, don't, call them and say, appease me.
You could say that. They would probably
You probably shouldn't.
Never be more specific than you need to be and never give out information you don't need to.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like going to the doctor.
It's like going to the doctor.
Dealing with Amazon customer service is like going to the doctor.
You know what? I've only had one problem with Amazon customer service, and usually it's that I contact them and I'm like, I paid this. Can you fix it? And they will.
I don't think I've ever actually had to deal with Amazon customer service.
With that G2 Bruticus that I pre-ordered, I complained to them. They said, hey, sorry, there's nothing we could do. Then 2 days later, they gave me a $20 credit. Which is pretty great. Love you, Amazon.
Anyway, I'm sure I'll feel better about this whole Computron business on Friday when mine is supposed to arrive.
Yeah, I don't see this being
or I will be very irate when FedEx delays it until after the holiday weekend.
Yeah, this isn't generally an issue I have with Big Bad Toy Store. I am just really annoyed because I really want this figure.
Yeah.
And I am very impatient.
Yeah, I'm all about fairness, so that's the reason I mentioned the whole thing. And in almost 20 years, I've not had any complaint with Big Bad. So.
Oh, I have no problem in waiting. I'm just like, if orders starting getting filled, last Friday, it's been 4 or 5 days now and mine hasn't gotten filled. So I would just like to know if I'm going to get it filled. I don't care if I have to wait. I'm not the angry nerd that's like, where's my toy? I need it right now. I need it.
No, that's me.
First. I just want to know that I'm going to get it because it is looking like it's going to be a very hard set to acquire later down the line.
Could you just email them and ask for a status update or ask if everything's okay?
You could absolutely do that.
I mean, and sometimes that helps too. I mean, like there is occasion where sending them the email will kind of make them pay more attention to your order and maybe get it bumped up a little bit.
So you know what this whole conversation tells me? At least for us,
We want Computron a lot.
yes, but at least internally, we enjoy talking about like all of this shopping stuff. We need There Goes My Money to come back, and it needs to have a segment where we complain about online retailers.
Where's my Computron?
Yes, where's my Computron? That is a segment for There Goes My Money, Diecast. You need to bring it back.
That's gonna get boring after the 6th or 7th week when we ask the question. It's just like up there on the shelf.
Yes, up there on the shelf.
Yeah, but another 5 years would be great because it's like, I think it's in this container. I'll have to go
Do
look.
I still have that? Or did I trade that for something? I don't remember. I know Diecast is like really pissed off about this, and his face is turning purple right now. It's like, I am so angry. Don't make fun of this.
Yeah, if it
Yes,
was
that's
any
why
more,
I'm enjoying it so much.
yeah,
I
if he was any more purple, it looked like he'd be touring the chocolate factory.
He looks. You know what he looks like? He looks like JT Hogg got him in a headlock.
See, that wouldn't happen because it would be a quick one.
Yeah, you just keep telling yourself that, buddy.
JT is in the chat
Dude
right now,
would
and he is calling you out. He's calling you out. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump to this week in history. Now, Don, this is partially about your favorite group of people, Men in Black.
I can just imagine Don's face right now.
Men in Black, of course, were some online dealers back in the day. And
No, it's okay. I've dealt with Men in Black.
The story's not about Men in Black. I'm just
saying. I have no problem with them.
So why'd you
personally.
introduce it that way, Kilby?
It involves Men in Black. I'm just setting up so that people know who the heck we're talking about.
Just,
So Men in Black were an online retailer back in the day that ran BotCon 96.
yes, 96.
And Don will never forgive them for that disaster.
Well, no, okay, it was.
It was bad. Go back to our BotCon
Yeah.
show and you can hear all about it. So in 1998, the Dark Glass debacle begins
Oh my god!
with a post to All Toys Transformers. Now, Chris, Don, do you guys remember this?
Yes. Oh my god! I think that's one of the reasons that Ratchet broke off and did the All Transformers moderated, was trying to, keep a little more sanity in
Probably
the
that's probably true.
So
So
I'm, because it was just my.
When did
God.
going a little off track? When did Rec Toys Transformers moderated start?
90s, probably around the same time, 97, 98, if I had to guess. Maybe 95. But, so basically what happened, Dark Glass was a script that never made it past the script form. The Beast
It was
Wars,
pitched and not picked up, basically.
yeah, of a Beast Wars episode where Dinobot, his consciousness, which was it etched into I don't remember the general
Okay,
gist.
so in other
Voices.
one of the other episodes,
Yeah.
one of the one with the Metal Hunter, Dinobot is seen plugging himself into the Axelon's computer and doing something which is never explained. The script would have gone on to explain he was making a copy of his core consciousness, which is then later found in season 3.
Yeah. So basically, though, was this going to be a script reading? Was that what was originally going to happen? That was going to be
The episode writer Christy Marks still had the copy of the script, and basically this was about trying to get that script released, I believe.
Yeah. So, gosh, was it TransCon, the name of the convention that the Men in Black spun off? They tried to obtain the script and have it released at their convention. And, I mean, this just caused a huge storm on All Toys Transformers. Turns out that, one, they were told no by Mainframe, and that the Beast Wars script was never going to be released. And also, no more scripts ever if I remember correctly. I'm basing that off a recollection of something that Rob Powers posted, Always Transformers. Because I actually wasn't around for that. I didn't show up. It was a couple more months before I showed up, so I only know this from the history books. But yeah, just it was a huge mess on Always Transformers. People were ticked off. Just a lot of spin, and we never got to find out exactly what happened in that script. It was never, ever, ever released, and it would have been wonderful.
I think one of the problems that arose around it that kind of blew the whole deal on getting episode scripts in the first place was that the Men in Black people were like, they were presenting it like they had it, like they had custody of it and were going to present it, even though there was no permission given to them to do so.
And they didn't even have it, right?
I don't think they did.
Yeah, but it was a big mess. That was back in the day when there were a lot of big messes. Like, a lot of stuff just was blown out of proportion, but I think this is a pretty big deal.
I mean, and a lot of the stuff back then seemed a lot bigger too because the fandom was so much smaller.
Yeah.
Having something like that happen today, like, yeah, it would be kind of a thing going on for a couple days that people would kind of take notice of, but it wouldn't really become a thing that would be remembered 20 years later.
Yeah, and I remember lots of crap from back then.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I remember that better than stuff that happened last week.
That's normal.
Yeah, I know, it's sad.
When you have Alzheimer's in another 30 years, I mean, you're going to be able to remember all of this ATT crap from the late 90s.
It's like,
but
Blue Jackal, where's Blue Jackal? Are you Blue Jackal? It's like Zobivore. I haven't seen Zobivore. Is Zobivore here? I'll probably think that my nurse is Raksha or Skilla.
Or Deathy.
Or Deathy. Or I'll think I'm Deathy.
Oh.
Yeah.
We can't prove that you're not Deathy now.
This is true. Okay. So let's move to official news. This is my favorite story ever. It's up there. The Walgreens-exclusive Titans Return Brainstorms finally found at retail. In Walmart.
Walgreens, Walmart, what's the difference?
It's all
Have to
walls.
send this to Walgreens. Did he say Walgreens or Walmart? I think he said Walmart. All right, let's do that.
Eventually, everything winds up at Walmart, doesn't it?
Before I found out this was like a whole case of them that turned up, I just assumed somebody ordered some from like Asia and returned an extra. Because Walmart.
Well, people used to be that people would return crazy crap to Walmart, I think, just to wind up on the internet. I mean, it happened. I've taken weird photos. But Don, what were you about to say?
No, everything shows up in stores that except for what you're looking for. That never shows.
Yeah,
That's the way it feels sometimes.
We're not certain by what mechanism that this actually happened.
Brainstorm has it's on the same assortment number with either Wave 1 or Wave 2 of Titans Return. So if that came in and got mislaid with another case of deluxes, it's just random happenstance that it got routed to a Walmart in Kentucky.
Yeah, makes sense. It was an accident. It's there's a large chain of distribution that things
Yeah,
happen.
at some point or another along the way, exclusives going to one store are in the same distribution center as general retail items going to everybody. Right. All it takes is one thing to fall on the wrong pallet and it's off.
Yeah.
Or, fall off the back of the truck and end up in Diecast's house somehow.
Distribution center, probably more likely like a warehouse. Just
something along the chain somewhere there's a commonality and it just branches off in the wrong direction.
Yeah. I don't know that Hasbro has their own distribution centers. That's usually something that a retail company has.
Now, if over the next couple of weeks we hear of, other Walmarts having cases of these brainstorms, then something's up.
Did anybody find one at their Walmart? No, obviously not. Otherwise, we'd have already mentioned it. But
I could have drove up to Bowling Green today if I really wanted to and, tried to find them, but...
This is pretty awesome. I really hope I find it. I know
about 2.5 hours for me.
I know the people are you that close to Kentucky? I guess you are. Yeah.
Yeah. It only took me 4 hours to drive to Louisville for BotCon.
And Bowling you barely did it.
Way. It was no, it was the coming back that I barely did because I was running this like horrendous fever and was vaguely hallucinating during the whole drive back and had no cell phone service for the entire state of Kentucky. That was fun.
That sounded exactly like
Yeah.
me in BotCon 2012. Okay, so that's the thing. So, Titans Return Voyager Broadside, sample of that surfaces. Sorry, getting choked up. So I see this and I see Seaspray. I can't help it.
No, Seaspray is going to be a Legends figure.
I know, but I see this and I think of that Voyager Seaspray that we got a couple of years ago or 50 years
I
ago.
don't have one of those handy, but somewhere around here, maybe I got rid of it. I had the deep dive recolor used to on the desk, but I can't find it now.
Yeah,
I should have gotten that, but
yeah.
I got annoyed at it for not being Repel all the places I saw it.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
I think it shares parts with Alpha Trion.
It does.
Yeah, it looks like a Transformers figure that's not painted properly.
Yeah,
It's
looks
not
like-
painted
Because it's
at
a
all.
sample.
Yeah.
It's
I
in
think
plastic
it's-
colors, I'm pretty sure.
I think the fins on the legs are painted, and of course, those yellow stripes on the arm may be paint, but I'm not sure.
Either way, it's still missing a lot.
Yeah, it is. I mean, if nothing else, the Titan Master isn't painted. That much we can say for sure.
Although, amusingly, that doesn't really prove anything.
Yeah,
But- I've wanted an update of Broadside for years, so I'm happy with this.
I'm not.
announcement.
I'm happy that we're getting one. For whatever reason, I'm not very satisfied with it. I don't know. Just something about it doesn't. Maybe once I see it painted, and maybe once we see the car version, I'll feel better about it. But I don't know. Something feels a little off.
I'm going to be interested to see what the entire back end of it looks like as an aircraft carrier, since it's only really keeping Alpha Trion, half of Alpha Trion's legs.
Now, wasn't somebody saying that there was a rumor of a tidal wave figure?
That's the rumor, that there's going to be an Armada tidal wave, but to make it look sufficiently like Armada tidal wave, I think that it would require even more retooling from this. I kind of don't think so.
It will look as much like Tidal Wave as Generations Armada Megatron looked like Armada Megatron.
Yeah, which is kind of not enough.
Yeah. So this is coming out. Hope you get it.
Eventually.
Yeah.
Probably Voyager Wave 4, so next spring, give or take.
Yeah.
So we have new photos of Transformers Adventure, featuring Warrior Ratchet, Bisk, and more. What does everybody like out of this?
Bisk.
Yeah.
Bisk.
Yeah. Yeah, I think everyone's going to be quick to get Bisk.
I'll be fine with the Hasbro Bisk. They don't really look that different between Hasbro and Takara.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the pictures I've seen of Ratchet's vehicle mode, unless they've changed the deco, looks even worse than his RID version as far as just no deco at all.
It's very plain.
He's an unmarked white van. Look out.
Oh my God, he is.
Well, he's got a red top. That's something.
Yeah, that is that sure is plain.
Yeah, at least it's not an all white Bronco. That causes enough problems.
That'd be awesome, Don. I in fact now I want this in all white.
I had an all-white Bronco.
Did you ever get followed by the police?
Yeah, I got pulled over one night because I had a vehicle tag on it in Pennsylvania. It wasn't considered a truck because it was an SUV, and because it only had two doors, when the cop ran my plate, he thought I was supposed to be driving a two-door sports car, and he considered it a truck, so he pulled me over thinking I had a stolen plate on it.
Okay.
And then next thing you know, I'm getting a breathalyzer.
That logic
Did you
hurts
fail?
my head.
Did
No,
you fail?
Remember when we were talking earlier about only giving out information that's necessary?
It was imperative to the story.
That doesn't. It's
I remember that time I got sued.
I'm
Okay.
not sure I really like the white plastic on that Ratchet either. It looks a little.
It's unpainted white plastic. No, you don't like it.
Yeah, and it's kind of the milkier white plastic like on that first run of Revealed Shield Jazz. It's not looking good to me.
Okay.
Always keep one handy.
Yeah, nice. Let's see here. So next item, Titans Return, upcoming products revealed in stored database listings. Legends Seaspray, that's pretty awesome, and a new Cosmos. So that'll be like the third Legends Cosmos we've gotten in like 10 years.
Yeah, that kind of confuses me because Cosmos was pretty recent.
Is this one going to be the short, fat guy like he was in the cartoon?
I hope so.
Probably.
So my big hope with the new Cosmos is that it will have an opening in the bottom, and somehow when you lower it down onto a Titan Master, it will snap in place, and you can pick Cosmos up and it will stay inside, and it will have Titan Master abduction action.
Yes.
Okay, so also besides Seaspray, which I can't wait for.
I kind of assumed.
I know, I love Seaspray. Back in the 90s, my website, the URL was Seaspray. I love
That's
Seaspray.
cjb.net.
Good memory. But yeah, so
Or cybertron.cjb.net.
that's true. CJB.net. I don't go to those URLs. It probably goes to Lemon Party. So I hope that Legend Seaspray looks like Seaspray and not the Seaspray we got in the late generations.
You know what would be great? If Legends Seaspray was one of the spy tablets.
Ugh.
Because, I mean, think about it for a second. Like, how would you get Seaspray that looks like Seaspray and is the Legend size to actually have room to accommodate a Titan Master? You kind of wouldn't. So it would have to be like just a box with a peg that you stand it on, like those data tablets. And at that point, you know, you might as well just go full blast with it.
So
Seaspray needs to be, if they make him a or a Titan Master, the Titan Master needs to be the girl from The Girl Who Loves Seaspray, or
that's Girl
That
with Power
was
Glide.
Power
You
Glide.
think of Sea Change.
Yeah,
You think of Sea Change.
But this is a Legends class, so it won't have a Titan Master.
No, it'll just probably have a place to sit a Titan Master, and I'm figuring just like a single peg or a seat or something right on top.
Yeah, but no, Diecast. I made the same flub today. What I was
So Legends Seaspray is great and all. I want to know. We need a Legends Beachcomber.
And Outback.
we need
yes,
an Outback.
Brawn and Outback. And
No, not Brawn,
Beachcomber.
just Outback.
We need both.
We need.
Yeah, we do.
I need a Legends Outback to go and fight Skullcruncher.
You're going to get a ram horn.
Yes, it's a Titan Master.
That doesn't make any sense.
That makes no sense at all.
It does, but I'm actually fine with it. I've been, I'm not super impressed with either of the two tablet figures I've gotten. Rewind was the better of the two, so yeah, I'll take
And
Ramhorn as a Titan Master.
He's going to be like
I'm hard pressed to think how they would turn one of those boxes into a rhino in any kind of satisfying way.
They'd have to actually, do it sideways and have the label on one side,
Yeah.
like they've been working so hard.
That would be awesome.
Like they should have done with Stripes and Ravage.
Yes. That's such a terrible toy.
I tend to assume that the whole reason, or at least a major reason, they don't do sideways transformations on those is because it would need like more parts count somehow.
So I'm taking this that you guys mean being the cassette, how one side was decaled and one wasn't. So we're saying that the head's going to be in profile.
That would be nice. I mean, that's...
So basically it would be like the head's turned and you would have the one eye that would be the either goldish paint or a sticker. It would be like a playing card.
Okay.
No.
So yeah, G1 Ravage.
Yes. Okay, and go ahead.
And then there's a Titan Master Optimus Prime, which I'm hoping, the rumor is there's a Star Convoy style head for Voyager Prime, but I'm just kind of hoping this is like the head sculpt that comes with Super Jinrai, because that's like the part I like the most of that.
Oh.
I'd like to be able to get that for $5.
But it has a different helmet cover though, doesn't it? Too.
It does, but like I said, of the parts of Super Jinrai that are specific to that release, that's like the one I would miss the most by not getting it, which I probably won't be.
What about it like an Armada style Optimus head?
Oh, that'd be great. I'd be happy.
Yellow eyes and all.
I'd be fine with that. Or an Energon. I like the idea of a Star Convoy head.
Yeah.
But clearly, the biggest surprise news out of this article is the fact that
Broadside.
Well, no, the Voyagers. Megatron is going to be repurposed as Blitzwing, and Optimus Prime is going to be repurposed as Octane.
Yeah, no, I just thought it was funny that this came out as news the day after that Broadside leak.
Yeah.
When a day earlier, that the Broadside confirmation would have been like the huge thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we're getting Torazer. Is that
So in G1, Japanese G1, during the Headmasters, there was you could buy like just little Headmaster figures on their own. It was the Autobot Master Warriors. Torizer was one of those, one of the animal themed ones.
okay? I didn't know the name, but yeah, that makes sense.
It's the same thing as Sawback.
Yeah. Okay.
Basically. That was a lion. Torizer, I assume, is a tiger.
Was it? I was thinking like Toka and Razor from Ninja Turtles. I don't know.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that's just where my brain went. Okay, that's pretty cool. What do we got next? I'm not looking at you, Twitter. I'm looking at the show notes. Okay, so we have pre-orders available now for Megatronia, and she's like $175.
Yeah. It was like, I'll be honest. What little desire I had for this figure just went right out the window, down the street, and got hit by a bus.
Last week, I said, okay, this is going to be another $150 figure. And then I saw, 2 days later, the price tag, and about had a freaking heart attack.
Now, I'm just wondering, what makes this different than Grand Galvatron?
Exchange rate.
Timing.
Great.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Oh, so you think it's all just
The
exchange
exchange rate was poorer, so when Grand Galvatron's pre-orders went up, we had a stronger exchange rate to the yen and I guess the Hong Kong dollar, because the exclusives go usually through Hasbro Asia.
So
I wasn't even thinking exchange rate. I was just thinking it was something about in the set was costing more than Grand Galvatron, but
No, because the basic price of the set is the same as all the other ones. It's just now because the exchange rate is not as good, they're having to mark it up more to the exchange rate being so good was basically giving them an extra little bit of padding, so they didn't really have to bump the price up past what direct equivalents of the yen to dollar would be.
I pre-ordered it.
Well,
Immediately.
so did I,
Yeah.
but
I did it immediately.
I wasn't happy about it.
So when the pre-order starts shipping, I will get mine first go.
I like the Victorion. I like the way Victorion turned out for the most part. I like these Megatronia colors, but that's just way more than I want to put in that mold is and for those colors.
These Megatronia colors are way better because they've all got the black to tie them together, but then they've all got their own individual color, and it just makes it look a lot more attractive.
Well, I'm just looking at it that I can get basically Combiner Wars Computron and Unite Warriors Computron, which is two radically different takes on the character for not much more than that one set would be. So I'm just also, and to me, there's a lot. Again, I like the Megatronia. I just don't want that mold and those prices again.
It's a nice color scheme, but I have those molds, and that's really expensive. And I kind of like Victorion's unified color scheme as a novelty among the combiners.
I'm not into this conceptually enough for what it costs.
Yeah. It's sort of like Grimstone in Power Core Combiners. That's one of the better Power Core Combiner characters because of the unified color scheme. But some of the other ones looked fine with the whole Gestalt mix and match, your color palettes. But it comes down to almost, let's say 190 with shipping. Ouch.
I figure if I can spend $400 for Micromaster Hot Rodimus, I can spend $175 for Megatronus or Megatronia.
When did you do that, incidentally?
Well, he had to buy a whole Star Convoy, but it was just to get the Micromaster Hot Rod.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was when I'm just
2002.
So
Before
you're
the
saying
reissue.
so you're saying you're not any smarter than you were 14 years ago. I find that a little hard to believe.
Oh, I don't.
I'm just very lucky, or I think we're very lucky that Grand Galvatron came out when it did, because otherwise we would have all paid about $20 or $30 more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, what's next? Let's see here. Titans Return Deluxe Wave 2 assortment revision revealed. So if you missed your Scourge, you can get another one.
Also, Hardhead, Skull Smasher, and Blur.
Oh yeah, but
It's basically Wave 1 with Chrome Dome and Highbrow tacked on.
Yeah.
I need another Scourge or 4. Did anybody
or 100?
Did anybody's actually I think 3 and then the Takara version.
I have 3 Hasbros, and my 1 Takara version is in my pile of loot right now.
Nice. That's not available anymore, is it?
The
I
Takara
don't-
Scourge?
Yeah.
Oh, that pre-sold out everywhere. I got one of the last ones that captured prey back in April.
Yeah, totally not available. I wonder how much it's going for on eBay.
Yeah, well, it's like I mentioned last week. You know, our friend Rick Alvarez is buying 100 Hasbro sweeps for a display.
It's going for like $70.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I think I'm happy with Andreas.
I'll be happy with Generation Scourge when I get it. With Titans Return Scourge when I get it.
It is generations, but yeah, specificity.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I'll be honest though. If you can't, if you needed a Scourge for your collection, that Generation Scourge, there's still nothing wrong with that figure. It's still a good looking figure.
So I just want to point out in the chat, AnyGamer1 said, Don X so serious about the toy, like it's life or death. Calm down, guys. Literally just toys. You are correct. I appreciate that.
Yes, you really are.
You really are correct, and you are clearly smarter than most of us.
We are known to overreact.
We overreact. That's
well,
what
I'm just being practical.
Sorry.
Yeah, the Don-onomics aren't working out on Megatronia.
Look, all I said was the concept isn't good enough for me to want to spend that much money on it.
Yeah.
I think that's fairly balanced. As for 2010 Scourge versus new Scourge, I will just say one of those I have. I actually kind of enjoy transforming. The other one has been in one mode for 6 years.
The 2010 Scourge is still one of my favorite Transformers ever. I love.
See, I actually have 3 of that mold just so I can have, one be in vehicle mode all the time.
I have 3 Hasbros and a Takara to be Scourge.
Yeah, nice. Okay, let's see here. What do we got? Movie stuff. Now, I had joked a couple of weeks ago that in the new Transformers movie, to explain Megatron, that they're going to travel in time. And they're traveling in time.
Oh,
It might be an extended flashback. Those do happen.
But it's got King Arthur in it, and that's awesome.
And Merlin.
And Merlin. It's a Decepticon Raider in King Arthur's court, the movie. I am excited.
I wonder when they'll introduce movie Warpath.
Oh wow!
Will we see movie Rumble covered in bird crap?
That's almost guaranteed no matter what story
Yes.
it is.
I haven't been this excited about a Transformers movie since 2006.
So you will not be, this will be the most disappointed you'll be too since Revenge of the Fallen, I assume.
yeah.
I was angry with Revenge of the Fallen, not disappointed.
I will kindly ask the Infinite Monkeys in Paramount script department to please let Brian down easy.
Now, just for reference, Rob, Gigabeetle did eventually collect all the money to get you to go see the movie, right?
As far as I know, I will have to ask him for an update. But as
Yes.
far as I know, the Reverse Gigabeetle challenge is still on.
But it's a Transformers movie, y'all, with King Arthur and Merlin. That's ridiculous. I love it. I love it.
Are they going to go through like a big rock to get there, or?
I don't. Yeah. I mean, hopefully. Okay.
And they'll probably throw a rock at him.
Yes.
No, Prime is going to be out in space.
There's a big
He's
rock.
No, Prime will be out in space. He's going to find the Guardian of Forever.
No, you know what's going to happen? I got this figured out. So, in Star Trek, when they want to go back in time, they just fly at warp speed and swing around a star.
Slingshot effect.
Optimus is in space and, apparently can fly at infinite speed with the rocket engines in his legs. So he'll just do that same thing and he'll end up in, the Middle Ages.
Well, I was going to say, for bringing classic Star Trek into this, just finding planet medieval England is not out of the question.
This is true.
Yeah.
I mean, so
And one of the guest stars will be Jetfire's corpse. Because
That'd be great. That'd be great.
That's what Prime is wearing to get the rocket boost around the sun.
So wasn't Temple of Doom like a total a total prequel to?
Yeah.
So why couldn't this just be a prequel? I mean, it doesn't even necessarily have to feature time travel, right? Or I guess it's got Marky Mark and crew in it. So
Yeah.
Yes, it has King Arthur, Merlin, and Marky Mark.
that's great.
Hopefully one of the new Autobots is a DeLorean, and it will all make perfect sense.
No, I honestly am not a fan of the movies, but if they want to go crazy like this, I will gladly go with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
As long as it's a consistent kind of crazy.
So, like, look at the Fast and the Furious movies. There was a point where it turned, and it became something different than the first couple of movies. If the Transformers franchise does that, I would love it.
And maybe that's what the writers' room accomplished.
I
That
like
would be
the
nice.
Transformers movies, but everyone keeps talking about how they don't like the writing in the Transformers movies. So, what happens when you throw time travel into the mix? That takes a really your writing has to be spot on.
No, it doesn't.
There's not.
Well,
There's
No,
okay,
it doesn't.
So no.
Hot Tub Time Machine.
Diecast is right in one context, in one frame of reference. But there is the other extreme you can go to where you just throw all reason away and you have the time travel and you make it as ridiculous as you possibly can.
That's what I want.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah, I mean, we have a great recipe here for a hilarious train wreck. Not necessarily a high-quality movie, but a hilarious train wreck.
Diecast, I'm sorry for jumping over you. So, explain your point.
Just like I was saying, I mean, it has to make sense in their timeline that they've already done and in their technology. And I don't, other than that one G1 episode, when has Transformers ever really done time travel?
Beast Wars.
That wasn't time travel. though.
Yeah, it was.
It was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, because they landed in the past,
Yeah,
In the comics.
but we didn't
Yeah.
know that. We didn't know that until Agenda, or at least the beginning of season 2.
But yeah, the UK comics did time travel all the time.
Is Word On the only time travel episode of the G1 cartoon?
I thought there was a second one also involving the aerial bots.
I guess.
Forever is a long time coming.
Yeah, I think so.
Decepticon.
Yeah.
I mean, a Decepticon Raider in King Arthur's Court. That was time travel, right?
Forever is a long time coming. War Dawn.
yeah, but
Yeah,
well,
there's
that
at
was
least
through
three.
Rock, and they were in another
yeah, but
time, and it was one episode. I mean, you can do that. Movies need to be a lot, written a lot.
No, movie is just an extended TV episode.
I like I said, I like the movies. I see.
No, and I totally get you, Diecast. Like, in a situation where you're wanting, like, serious hard sci-fi, yeah, you need to have your time travel writing well thought out ahead and, just as tight as you can get it so it all stays consistent. On the other hand, this is Transformers.
Or you could do it like J.J. Abrams did with the first Star Trek movie. It just doesn't have to make any sense.
Red Matter.
Red Matter.
Yeah. And you just throw it out there and people don't question it. And that movie
People don't question it, but the Star Trek fans certainly do.
Yeah.
I fully admit I am not people.
Yeah, I am not people. Okay, let's see here. That's it. So thank you, Amazon. Go to tfradio.net/Amazon, and you can do all of your Amazon.com shopping. I bought this record player on Amazon. I have a problem.
They had
That's unrelated to Amazon, Kilby.
I love Amazon. It's the best.
they had Laserbeak and what's the other one in that wave? Laserbeak.
Ravage,
and
Laserbeak, and Rumble.
Ravage and Rumble.
Rumble was not in stock when I was on their website today, but Laserbeak and Ravage were, so I picked them up.
Victorion is like $72 right now.
Still
tfradio.net
has been for the last, like, 3 weeks.
Victorion.
So if you really like Megatronia, you can buy 2 of those and have one to practice painting on before you get it right. And still
Exactly.
probably come up cheaper.
Yes,
also,
Rob is right. Do that.
Yeah.
and I know this is our Amazon moment, but I did want to let you know, Brian, and our listeners, that I did see Ravage, Laserbeak, and Rumble in my local Target.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody
there.
really wants those toys, Don.
I'm
We're just trying to get people to go to
I do,
Amazon.
but I'll wait till I actually see them in person.
Yeah, I just want to let folks know that they're
No, but
out
on
there.
that note, the Deluxe Wave 2 has actually been spotted in some Targets also.
I need to go. But I'm going to go to tfradio.net/Amazon first. That's what I'm
There
going
you
to do. Okay. Third-party stuff. Didn't we already see this? The
No, that
official.
was Make Toys.
God,
or-
they just all run
Uh,
together.
this is the third not Trailbreaker now.
Somebody told me it was actually the fourth. I haven't been able to independently
Okay.
verify that.
Hey, quite possibly. It's the third that I know of.
Does it look any different? It looks the same to me.
It looks
I think
great.
it's taller.
I love fan toys, so this is the one I'm gonna get.
Isn't it great how if you don't follow third-party toys extremely closely, we all sound senile?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have what? Fans Toys,
MMC.
Cube, MMC.
Oh, is Bad Cube doing one?
Yeah,
Bad
Bad-
Cube. Yeah.
Yeah, it's my decision was hard enough as it was with the first two. Now we've got a third one. It's like
And possibly a fourth.
Trailbreaker is one of my favorite G1 characters. He's one of those I've always liked. It's just but it's
Yeah,
just
Trailbreaker does seem kind of like the Transformers version of you, Don.
thank you.
Kind of, laid back, generally easygoing, throws force fields around.
Yeah, but I can't do a force field face.
Underappreciated. Yeah. Overlooked.
Yeah. Thank you, Matt, for willing down what little self-esteem I have. Thank you. But yeah, I'm one of these will be mine. It's just I don't know which one.
I would not be surprised to see an official release of this soon.
Oh,
Actually.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they did Inferno to go along with Red Alert, and
Okay,
Grapple
so-
and Hoist usually come together. So
Okay, so the real original Trailbreaker, what kind of truck was that based on?
Blazer.
Toyota Hilux, I think.
Was it?
Okay.
I thought it was based on a Blazer.
No.
Okay.
He was called Trailblazer once by Optimus Prime in the cartoon, though.
Yeah, I don't know why they didn't ever go with that for one of the trademark names during all those years. They couldn't call something Trailbreaker, but no, we haven't had any Toyota vehicles or Ironhide was a Toyota van, wasn't he?
Wasn't Dropkick from the
Was he a
movie a
Nissan?
Toyota vehicle?
yeah.
Was it?
Yeah,
Nissan?
Ironhide's a Nissan
Okay.
Cherry Van.
Okay, so we haven't actually had a Toyota, have we, in Masterpiece?
No.
No.
Well, then I guess Trailbreaker might be, trail breaking a license.
Because in Star Wars,
Huh?
What?
you only have Toyotas in Star Wars.
Oh, that's nice.
Okay, I feel a lot better about my trail breaking pun
Oh,
now.
that's great. So, you know what?
Okay, I have to give him that one. I don't want to. I would rather not, but I have to. I have to give him that one.
So, the version of this that I'm going to get is none of them. I'll wait till there's an official. Like, a lot of these third-party characters, a lot of these Masterpiece style characters, unless there's something I really love about the character and I don't think we'll ever see a real Masterpiece version, like Mirage, I can wait.
Okay, so like the two of these Trailbreakers I've paid attention to both have one issue to them that makes me not really care, which is that they're both very strongly cartoon oriented. Whereas if you look at the spectrum of Inferno, there was the Make Toys one, I think, which kind of it's still cartoon inspired, but it also had design sensibilities of the toy, and it branched out a little bit more. Trailbreaker's toy is kind of cool looking. I'd like to see something embrace that a little bit more. Like, I know they gotta keep the cartoon because it's supposed to fit in with Masterpiece, and that's what Masterpiece does, but it doesn't have to be.
It doesn't have
Did
to
we
be.
lose Chris?
We may have. So, to Chris's point, let's go to one of my favorite websites, which is tfu.info. And just check out and see what Trailbreaker's really supposed to look like, which is this right here. And it really doesn't fit the look of the cartoon. So
No.
if
Well, I'll be honest, Brian. Like I said a few weeks ago, I picked up the Make Toys Hellfire because to me that's a bit more of a G1 looking Inferno, and he looks great. He looks great with my other masterpieces in robot mode. I'm very happy I picked him, not just for the cost savings, but because of the aesthetics as well.
yeah, I don't know. I tend to prefer toy characters that somehow fit the toy aesthetic, Masterpiece, third party, whatever that fits the toy aesthetic, but also are able to incorporate like flashes of the animation model. And if I had to have a version that looked like the cartoon for Trailbreaker specifically, or the toy, I would rather have the toy. That's just me. And we lost Chris. Thank you, Skype. You've stolen another one of us! Okay.
Damn you, Skype!
Let's see here. What else we got going on? Third party. Okay. So we have new photos of Despotron. And Diecast, you're all about this. So tell us what's so great about Despotron.
I actually didn't see the new photos yet.
But you like the toy.
Yeah, I love the toy. The one photo that XP was showing, it looked like a little bit grayer than I would think. I would expect it to be a shiny instead of a matte gray.
This isn't the same toy. What is this? I'm looking at this. It's a Despotron. I clicked
this
it.
This is the cross-dimension Despotron, I think.
Oh.
This is the
I don't like this. That's
not bad. It's a different take on Megatron, which is kind of cool. This is the one I did not see. We only saw a shadow image of it, and as we suspected, it does transform into a gun.
There's something. Yeah, okay. This actually goes back to an episode of RFC minicast that we did when it came to third-party companies putting their own twist on a character and people not accepting it. So they're actually doing their own twist and a slavish version, right?
Yes.
That's interesting. I mean, one, it's interesting that they have the resources to do it, and for lack of a better word, the balls to do it. That's actually kind of neat.
Yeah, and there is supposed to be, because it's part of their cross dimensions line, there is supposed to be media to go with this too, whether it be comic form or something. I believe it may be comic that kind of gives these characters a little bit of life other than just like, here's a toy that's a little bit different, but kind of familiar to something that you know.
Okay, so here's the more traditional version of Megatron. So,
Chris is back if you can add him back.
Okay. The oh man, was it before when we were streaming or before we were streaming? Didn't somebody say that they liked the look of the gun mode in a different version? Don, was it you that said you liked the DX9 gun mode better?
Yeah, the DX9 Mitron Masterpiece gun is a lot cleaner. As far as less panelly, it's kind of like any other. So let's say pick your favorite classics generations figure as Mitron, and then pick Hound or Ratchet as Despotron.
I mean, Despotron was perfect in both modes for me.
Oh yeah, but I'm just saying visually, Despotron is a lot of panels, a lot of. He's not as clean looking.
I really like both. Like in the robot mode, I like Despotron better, but I really like Mitron. I think Mitron looks fantastic. I think I like Mitron a little better in gun mode. I don't know when I'm going to have it in gun mode, because I mean, I would rather have Megatron in robot mode.
You know what? Get the little Mitron, the War and Pocket one, and then get the big Despotron.
So I've never, like from Big Bad or any other company that puts the orange plug into the toy. How hard is it to remove that?
Not hard.
Is it actually glued in?
Yeah, it's glued, but you twist and pull.
Probably like Elmer's glue.
Yeah, very very lightly glued.
Okay, so
They've satisfied their legal requirements.
what, Rob?
Meanwhile, Despotron Cross Dimensions gun mode kind of looks like a Klingon disruptor.
Ooh, okay, going back. Let me find that. So
I would call it a loose, a soft likeness, but it sure doesn't look like any kind of earthly gun I can think of.
So Chris, you missed when you were away. You missed like my total revulsion from thinking that the Cross Dimensions version of Despotron was the official. But I'm warming up to it, and it's really interesting that they're doing two versions of Despotron. Their own take on the character and the slavish version. It's neat. One, they have the resources, and two, they have like the wherewithal to do it. So that's kind of interesting. And the fact that it looks like a disruptor, I'm looking for it right now, makes me want it.
Yeah, that's like I said. That's just my take. It doesn't look, like really closely like it, but like I said, it doesn't look. Like
I can see what you mean. I see what you mean. Let me show the photo.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fairly Klingon-y looking in overall style,
Yeah, that's where I was going with it.
being all like pointy and plates and things.
Do we have a price on
Yes.
this version?
No.
I'm not getting it. I'm probably going to get the
Diecast,
G1 version.
the cross-dimension Optimus, that Striker Manus, do you know offhand what that cost?
I believe he was $80 retail.
Okay, so the Cybertronian Despotron will probably be similarly priced, I assume.
I would assume.
That actually doesn't sound too bad for as big as that gun mode seems to be.
It looks like it'll fit in your hand a little bit nicer than the G1 Megatrons that have been coming out.
That makes sense, though, because, like, they need Megatron to be a certain size in robot mode, and then when you're going for a very specific look to the gun mode, one of those two things has to give, and they're not going to sacrifice the robot mode to make the gun work better. But
Right.
something like this, they can fudge it around as much as they need to.
Yep.
Now, y'all were saying as far as the Despotron was being around how much?
Maybe about 80 if it's like Striker Manus.
Okay, well, BBTS has Despotron up for order by Make Toys at $146.99.
Is that the Masterpiece one
that's
or
the
the
Masterpiece
Cybertronian
one.
one?
That's the Masterpiece
Yeah,
one.
yeah, it's the Masterpiece one.
Not
Yeah,
the-
we were
not the
talking
one
about the Cybertronian one maybe
Yeah,
being about 80.
Yeah, the cross-dimension one.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize that.
That's
it was
not that
different.
bad. That's not that bad at all. All things considered.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. So, let's see here. Anything else third party that we missed that we need to talk about?
Nothing comes to mind.
Okay. So Rob, what's on TFormers this week?
Okay, well, as I said at the beginning of the show, I have my review of Astrotrain that just went up today. XV has reviewed this week's issue of the Transformers, which is the issue of Titans Return that precedes the issue of More Than Meets the Eye that came out last week.
Oh, and today's comic book day. I've already forgotten. I need to check and see what's on Comixology.
Yeah. He's got galleries up for Chrome Dome and Highbrow. Is that all of them so far?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Okay, just wanted to double check. I know you're waiting for a new battery pack for your camera. We've got in-hand photos of Legends Shockwave and Cancer, and my unboxing video for the G.I. Joe and the Transformers box set with Power Glide and Soundwave.
Neat. Okay. Let's see here on the network this week. We have. Let me click it. I'm going to post probably tomorrow or the day after an interview that Diecast or that John and Diecast did with someone from Earth Wars, but that's not up there yet. So, but by the time this posts, maybe a day or two after, you can go check that out. It'll either be at tfradio.net or in our feed. And if you don't subscribe on iTunes or wherever podcasts are, you should do that. But we have that one episode of Star Trek, which is Galaxy's Child. Was that a good one?
For all the wrong reasons, yes.
Nice. John and I do Get the Skinny, episode 48, Pokemon Go and Fried Chicken. Let's see here, Being Awesome with Rob Springer. Rob has big news, and we didn't even talk about this.
Man.
So I'm glad I checked this out. So we go to JoeLanta every year. We love the folks who run that show, and it's just a fun place to hang out. But JoeLanta started off as a G.I. Joe convention, and it became more of a general toy show. And now I'm killing Rob's thunder, but you still need to listen. There's actually going to be a specific Transformers presence this year besides just RFC. There's going to be like a Transformers mini-con within the convention as itself with dedicated space. And man, guys, if this works out, there may be a dedicated Transformers convention, which would be really cool. It's really convenient for me. Of course, I live about 5 hours from there. Diecast flew down, and we drove down not last year, but the year before, and that was a lot of fun. We had a blast, actually. You need to come back, Diecast. I last year was fun, but it wasn't quite as fun without you.
Oh yeah. I definitely got to try and get there this year.
Yeah, and now that I live here, where like in the Charlotte area, you could just come down like a day or two early, crash here, then we can drive down.
Oh yeah, that would be awesome.
That'd be a lot of fun.
This
Kim-
year was tough too because of the house and everything. There's, I took a lot of vacation time for the move and everything.
I get it. And Kim has
And
a-
also these 6 months you spent trying to actually get someone to sell you a house.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. I do want to say Kim has asked, hey, when's Diecast going to fly down and crash? I'm like, soon.
When is Diecast going to fly
down and crash.
Fly down here and
Are
crash
you
at her
sure
house.
Kim was asking you what you thought she was asking
That's
you?
possible. It's possible. But yeah, all of us, if we can go, we should. It'll be fun. We should have the Transformers panel again, and Atlanta is just a fun place, so it's a great time.
And I'll be honest, Brian. As soon as y'all told me about that, I am thinking about possibly having a table down there. I'm
considering it. So I have right now.
Oh, well, see, then Don, you don't even need to get your own table. You can just like borrow part of Brian's table. It'll be perfect.
No.
Yeah, no. We've not enough room.
No.
Not enough room.
So funny enough, table. I bought an IKEA table for some gaming that I do here. But right now, instead of gaming, it's covered with toys that I want to get rid of. So, but I have a closet full of crap that a wonderful
All you really
product.
need to do is pick that table up and set it outside in your yard.
That's true.
And just sit out there for a couple hours.
Yeah, in the rain, preferably.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be wonderful. But I might do it. So that could be great. But yes,
Don, you need to get a big banner marked Don-onomics to put on your table.
so yeah, you guys should come.
We should talk to the JoeLanta people, but we can get like Don a Don-onomics panel.
You joke, but that's a great idea.
I'm not entirely joking, no.
We should. You know what we should do? No joke. We should do if John were on. Actually, let me add John real quick. I'm going to add John during the show.
Hey, Brian. It's not no
What could
joke.
possibly
it's,
go wrong?
It's not no joke. It's Yo Joe.
Yo, Joe.
Well, now you know.
And
Knowing
knowing
is half the battle.
Okay, so
that's no joke.
John wasn't able to make it during the actual show itself, and I'm trying to add him right now because I'm going to pitch this idea to him right here, right now.
Isn't this still the actual show?
Yeah,
this
this
is-
is still the actual show. We haven't.
Well,
ended.
he wasn't able to make it during the beginning of the show. I'm sorry. This is the actual show, and it looks like he's not going to be able to make the actual show at all. Period. So.
Are you
Paging
sure?
John,
DeLuna.
There we go.
John, are you there? John DeLuna.
John!
riveting podcasting, guys. Okay, so John, you there? John, going once. John going twice. He's showing up right there.
He's connected.
Somebody answered the call.
Okay.
It might have been his kid.
Yeah, it could be. She's
Or the
adorable.
dog.
Yeah, it's true.
He's got a dachshund, right? They're really smart.
Yeah, that's true.
He said, "Yo."
Hey, yeah.
Getting
There he
his
is.
together.
Oh.
Paging John DeLuna. Paging Dr. John DeLuna.
That's his wife.
His wife is Dr. DeLuna. Actually,
Oh,
yeah.
really? I didn't know she was a doctor.
Yeah, she's a PhD.
Oh, cool.
Oh, cool.
John's an MBA. She's a PhD.
Well, now I feel even more inadequate. Thank you, Brian.
Yeah, there you go.
Not only does he have the best voice and the best hair, he's got an MBA.
His
What's
wife's a PhD.
Yes.
And a TV personality.
So now I feel extremely
that was a
inadequate.
long time ago.
That was a long time. So, John, I got the best idea. An RFC
Huh.
minicast idea on Don-onomics.
Okay, let's do it.
Yes! Yes!
That
Can we
was
get
an
the
easy
whiteboard
sell.
out?
What?
I want Don's whiteboard. I want his whiteboard of Don-onomics so he can
No,
sketch it out, diagram it.
This
that'll
isn't
be for the
something.
panel.
Yeah, this isn't something that. It just comes from 30 years of justifying crap to myself. That's all it is.
So,
If you can
Okay, but
justify-
Don, what you don't understand is that like most religions we have today are based on that very same thing.
yeah, pretty much. So John, normally we wait till post show to bring you on when you're not able to make it earlier on, but we had to pitch this during the show. So,
Okay, hello.
how are you doing? Everything
Hello,
good?
show. Yeah.
We miss you each week.
Hey, man, the kid has changed her schedule, so I'm still adjusting to that. I hope to join the show at a regular time again at some point in her lifetime.
So what we learned this week. So I had so many Skype problems early on. I just said screw it. Let's see if we're able to bring you on without crashing, and we did. So maybe we can bring you on like mid show.
Okay.
And maybe we can start hanging up on Don again.
Let me check. No, I'm kidding. I'm
Well,
kidding.
well, John, did you get anything this week?
Yeah, good. Thank you, Don. Thank you for that.
Nice. I got my sweeps at a local Walmart. If you dig what I'm saying there. Everything else, no. I don't think anything else is particularly new. Although that mold was new to me. Like I haven't obviously gotten Takara Scourge yet. So
He's going for 70 on eBay. We checked. So
Oh,
you
really?
so you may
Has-
not be getting one anytime soon.
I have a
Has
pre-order.
has there been any progress on your Unite Warriors Computron pre-order?
No. So,
Okay.
See, Diecast, you're not alone.
so it's kind of a blessing because I really am strongly considering what I said in email, like shifting over to someone.
I
Just call-
was considering the same thing, and then my pre-order was filled.
Mhm,
Well,
mhm.
just call Brian and have him pick one up from Hasbro, and then just have him toss it to you as he drives by.
Brian Savage. Yeah. Okay,
Sure.
so let's see here. I guess that's it for this week. Anybody have anything? You can follow me on Twitter at BKilby. You can follow us on Twitter at TF Radio and on Facebook at facebook.com/TF Radio. Who else wants to share their social media presence?
I want to
That's not
share.
it.
I don't have one.
I want to share. Please follow RSC Reviews
Yes.
on YouTube. I just put up 2 videos this week: the little mini RC from Iron Factory and the big 1/18 scale knockoff upscaled
That
re-
crazy thing.
lights. Yeah, he's awesome. I love him, and if you pay attention, I bring him in the video. So,
Well,
yeah, go check out RC Reviews, and you can tweet at me on Twitter at Diecast2.
So I will say this, and Rob Springer, you know I love you. You're family to me. But I was trying to brush off our Pinterest, and we lost Chris again. I was trying to at Chris RTXV.
I love the look on his face there.
So, but I was trying to brush off our Pinterest account because I kind of wanted to do something, and the Transformers board. Rob Springer, for whatever reason, had posted like 400 purses and pairs of female sunglasses, and I had no idea why. And apparently, I went in to try to delete it, but if you don't post something to a board, you can't delete it in bulk yourself. So if you want to follow us on Pinterest, it's like at TF Radio or something. You can see all the purses that Rob Springer posted. There are a lot of them.
What?
He was hacked.
oh,
Yeah.
I was about to say, are you sure?
Yeah, I think so. Either that or Kristen got into his account and started posting stuff to my Transformers board. But yeah, so I need to start back on that and Instagram. We're on Instagram at TF Podcast. I need to be better about that. Apparently, Instagram is way bigger than Twitter, and we're not really using it. So, Rob,
I am at RAC2750 on Twitter, and you can see both XV and my video reviews at TFormers TV on YouTube.
sweet. And John, while you're here,
That John D.
sweet.
Oh, and JohnDeLuna.com again.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
back.
Let's
I saw that. Looks good.
I'm gonna go look at it.
Thanks.
Don.
I can be reached on Twitter at HMRC, the number 4 EVR.
Very nice. So, you know what, John? If somebody misspells John Deere as John DeLuna, you're going to get a lot of traffic.
Awesome. I need to put some tags in my metadata and a picture of a tractor.
That'd be-
Why not
that'd
on
be
the
great.
homepage?
That would be great. Okay. I guess.
You know,
Go ahead, Don.
I was saying,
I was
you know,
winding
if-
down, Don. We got like 4 minutes
Sorry.
before it crashes.
Okay.
Go ahead. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, you know, if they mistake John for John Deere, I guess we're getting a lot of tractor action.
Oh, damn it.
track-
Damn it, Don. Damn it. Okay.
Couldn't quite make it work.
That's it for this week. We will catch you guys next week. Have a good one. We'll see you later.